It's October, and in this episode, absolute disaster strikes the homestead.
Christ, that's some serious thunder right there. It must be after midnight by now. Let me get out of bed and turn the lights on. Jesus Christ, you can hear the wind as well. I didn't expect a storm to come in. I'm sure everything will be okay. I'm gonna go back to bed, get some shut-eye.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's fit and well and fine. Dusty, you in here? Dusty? Must be out already, yeah. Well, he's already got his pumpkins out, so that kind of gives you an indication of what month we're in. We are in October. Very nice. Let's have a look at the time. About 10 past 8 in the morning, 8:08. We still got $9,594 bucks in the bank. I wonder where Dusty is. But yes, today I think we've got a little bit of field work to do, and yeah, we'll have a look around and see what's on the agenda.
Computer guy, get your ass over here. We got one hell of a problem over by the greenhouses.
We best get over there. I have no idea what Dusty is so concerned about. Oh, Jesus Christ, Dusty. That's a landslide.
Yeah, well done, genius. We had a serious storm in the night. It sounded pretty bad, it even woke me up. But I didn't expect to see this first thing this morning.
Dusty, let's get down there and have a look. I'm more concerned about the sheep than anything. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not how I expected to start this month. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I honestly don't know what we're doing here. Yeah, I need to make some phone calls. I'm just checking on these guys. I mean, they all seem okay. None of them have escaped. All we can assume is that the rest of the sheep just basically were out of the way when the rocks came down, but then obviously must have just jumped out and ran off. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look. They may be nearby, but I think I'm being super hopeful. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no sheep out here. They could be absolutely anywhere. Right, first things first then, don't worry about what we've got to do on the plan for today. I'm just going to make some phone calls. We're going to need some help. Alright, let me give Steve a call first. Although, to be honest, he's so far away, I just don't know.
Hello?
Steve, I wonder if you can help me. I've got a major issue up at Dusty's homestead.
Alright, yes. What seems to be a problem?
Half of our sheep have escaped. We basically had a rock slide in the night and it's taken the fence down and the sheep have got out. I'm just wondering if you've seen any or heard anything. I have no idea, but they could be anywhere. We're going to have to find them if we can and then round them up somehow.
Alright, it sounds like you've got a bit of a problem there then. I'll keep my ears to the ground. See if I hear anything, I'll give you a phone call. Is that alright?
Yeah, well, that's perfect, Steve. That's all I'm really looking for. Just, yeah, if you can just spread the word. They're all tagged, so we'll know if they're ours, but it's just a case of finding the damn things.
Oh yes, I can see your problem. Alright, I'll give you a phone call if you hear anything.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for your help.
Alright, okay, bye.
Well, that is one phone call done. Right, let's give the store a call and see if they've seen anything.
Guten Morgen, this is Klaus speaking. How may I help you today?
Oh, Klaus, great. I'm just calling from up at Dusty's homestead. We've got a bit of an issue up here. We've had a landslide during the night, which has crushed the fence around our sheep pen, and all of our sheep have escaped. I'm really just calling to see if you've heard anything, or, I don't know, have you got any equipment that can possibly help us out? We're looking really for some sort of excavator, really, to lift these rocks. Perhaps some way of hauling our sheep if and as and when we find them. I really don't know what I'm doing.
It really sounds like you're having a bad day.
Yeah, you've got that right, Klaus. It's been awful. Just really looking for any help from anyone if possible.
Well, let me think what I can do. I might have some equipment that you can borrow. I will at least let everybody in the town know you are having an issue at the homestead.
Oh, Klaus, that would be super helpful. You've got my number. Give me a call if you hear anything. I think the primary issue at the minute is just finding the sheep.
Oh yes, they are very sprightly, those sheep. Okay, we will keep our ears open and toot the ground, as you say. I will give you a call. Good luck with your findings. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Klaus. Thank you. Bye. Well, I think we've made a bit of progress anyway. I'm still a bit shocked about this whole thing, so I am going to go and grab a coffee, regroup, and let's think about how we can shift all these rocks. We're going to have to go find these sheep. I just hope someone comes across them.
Okay, I've got a plan. I spoke to some guys in town and pulled in some favors. Now we got ourselves an excavator and a front loader on its way up here right now. They're gonna help me move those rocks and secure that cliff face. You can leave that whole operation to me, YouTube guy. What you gotta do is try and find those sheep, if they're still alive.
Do you think there's a possibility that they won't be then, Dusty?
Well, sure, yeah. They could have wandered on for God knows how far. Anything could have happened to those guys. They ain't the smartest chickens in the coop.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I cannot get my head in the game today. Okay, so I've spoken to Klaus, and I've also given Steve down at the animal dealer a call. He's going to put the word out, and both of them are going to just see if they can help, and if they spot anything, they're going to give me a call, okay? I'm just not hopeful, but it is what it is. I think as long as we can secure that cliff face, that's the key thing.
Yeah, we don't need any more accidents today. The other thing, YouTube guy, you might as well get these fields cultivated. Can I leave that to you?
Yeah, that's fine, Dusty. I can do that. That will be simple work. I could just sit in the cab and have a think about what we need to do.
Don't take it too hard, YouTube guy. This kind of stuff happens. It won't no one's fault. Just a force of nature, that's all.
Yeah, I know, Dusty. I know. It's just, we were doing so well, you know. The last couple of months we've just been on cloud 9, and now this happens.
Shucks, don't worry. We'll get it sorted. You leave all the hard graft to me. You deal with the fields and the sheep. We'll be alright.
Yeah, Dusty is dead right. I can't look at that right now. Yeah, I'll leave that with him. It is what it is. I'm just, you know what, above all else, just worried about the sheep. There's one thing when you just have something collapse on you, you can just repair it. But, you know, animals is a different thing in my mind. We'll just have to hope they're out there somewhere. But for now, yeah, he's absolutely right. I just need to get on with work. I just need to get my head in the game. So I'm going to get in the Landini, I'm going to get the cultivator and sort those 2 fields out. Right, 9:10 in October. We've got about $9.5 grand in the bank. That is a quick status update. I've got the cultivator on. Let's get this field done and the top field, yeah, and then go from there. I don't think I'll be able to get through this situation without Dusty. When it comes to real emergency situations, he just seems to go into this kind of, I don't know, super efficient mode. Nothing seems to affect him. I just don't know anyone else like that. Okay, I'm nearly done, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad, about half an hour to do that job. It's not a huge field. Right, so I'm going to take this straight up to the top and get that one done as well. And then I need to think about what crop we're going to put in these. I think I said wheat last month, and I still think that's a good plan. So I'll hitch up the seeder, and yeah, then we'll get this seeded. Okay, right, I'm just going to run straight off here and do a bit of a headland. And then once I've done the headland, I can do my up and downies. Yeah, and then we'll have a good job done. That's just wonderful. It's just started raining. It's about 10:10. Oh, nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to have to push on and get this job done. It's going to get a bit boggy around here. I'm more concerned about the situation down where the sheep are. If we've got any more landslides coming, this is the sort of weather that's going to create it. Oh my goodness, it really is chucking it down. I'm starting to get a bit concerned about the rest of the sheep down there. If we do have another landslide, I just don't know whether they're going to be affected by it. We don't want them to get caught up as well. Right, I've just got this little patch in the corner. I will deal with that, and then I think I'm going to run down and have a talk to Dusty. Just a bit concerned about things down there now. Top field and bottom field have been cultivated, so I need to go pick up the cedar. Annoyingly, I think it's all the way down at field 21. Equally, I really should not be drilling in this weather, but needs must right now. We've got a bit of a mini crisis going on, and so I think I just need to do my end of the bargain and keep things moving. Looks like Dusty is doing a fantastic job here. He's just starting to lay out all the barriers. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, right, let me get on with my end of the story, and I'll see you guys back here shortly. Well, actually, I think luck have it. Yes, hold on. Let's go and have a look. That is the cedar. Yes, it is. Good, right. The seeds may still be down at the field 21, but that's fine. I think there's enough in there to do these 2 fields. Okay, let me get that done.
How are you getting on, you two guy?
I'm doing alright, Dusty, thank you. I'm just about to drill this field.
Oh, you want to do it in this weather?
No, I don't really, but I'm just aware of what's going on. I just think we need to get it done.
I got a better job for you for the immediate future. Can you go and take all the wool down to the spinnery? That'll really help clear the area so we can get the excavators in.
Alright, Dusty, yeah, sure. I think I'd rather do that than drill in this weather. Let me jump straight on it. Right, so change of plan then. Let's go and pick up the trailer and then pick up the wool and get that out of the way so the excavators can come in. Right, hitching myself up here. A little bit more, a little bit more. This rain is absolutely relentless. But it does look like we've got sun coming on the old weather monitor up there. Right, let me pull in here, pick up this wool. Dusty's already got the barriers up. He's left a space for me to get through. Great. Okay, what are we looking at here? Okay, 2 here and whatever's left before the rock slide. Right, I'll get these loaded up and down to the spinnery. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, we've got a couple of part loads here, part pallets, but I just want to get everything out of the way. Anything that's going to hinder the operation of tidying up. I think, yeah, let's just get things moved. Right, I'll whiz this down to the spinnery right now. I'll see you guys down there. The other thing that dawned on me is that we still need to drill field 21 as well, and this is the last month we really want to do that because we're just going to run out of time. I do hope this weather does break. I think it will, and I think we're going to be full on busy this afternoon. Oh, this is just the worst time to have a crisis. Next month would have been fine. November's normally a quiet month. Okay, I'm here at the spinnery. Let me get this unloaded. 4,597 litres. It's going down. And there we go. Right, we're all loaded in. A quick check of the status within the production chains. Wool, yeah, so we've loaded that in and it's starting to distribute fabric. And let's go down to Dusty's threads here. Yeah, there's, yes, just in time I think there, ladies and gentlemen, 77 litres, but clothes are still going. Let's have a quick look at the mill. I think that must be finished now. Absolutely, yeah, I thought it might be. Now, we do have barley up at the homestead. I may bring that down if there's time, but it's, yeah, it's really not looking like it. We may have to do that next month. But we've got plenty of flour down there. Okay, wood. Let's have a look at planks at the sawmill. Wow, okay. Yeah, so it's distributing to the carpentry, but that must be absolutely full. It is. It's chock-a-block there. So I'm going to go back for now to the wood, and I'm going to set that to store. And then anything else which is produced there can then just sit there and store at the sawmill. Okay, I think that's it. Lettuce, yeah, we're not too worried about that at the minute. We know that that will just keep going. So, okay, we need to get some more barley into the mill at some point. And, yeah, for now, I think we've lost our production chain in terms of wool because, well, we've hardly got any sheep now. That's really going to struggle. We're going to need to focus on wood. That's going to keep going. And we're going to need to focus on the mill if we can get some crop in. Okay. Let's get back up to the homestead and see how Dusty's getting on. Right, backwards and forwards it is all day today, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I'm just going to drop off the trailer here because that's where it lives and I know it's here. Great. Right, let's pop back up to the homestead and see how Dusty's getting on. Well, I can see in the distance, I can see a loader coming and an excavator. Ah, brilliant job. Well done, Dusty. Thanks for organising all that.
I seem to have a lot of friends in town nowadays.
Look at the size of this thing. Is he going to get up? Yes, that's it. Bit of power. Brilliant stuff. And there she blows. Excellent. Right. Okay, Dusty chap. I'm going to leave it all to you. Well, that is a big bit of equipment. And as we've said before, we don't think there's anything Dusty cannot drive. Just going to have to be careful here, Dusty. Very careful indeed. You don't want to slip in this weather. And Dusty is off. Dusty's done a fantastic job. He's just cleared off the top, so that's ready. We can get more fence in there and we can deal with that next month. But for now, we just need to get these rocks moved. And yeah, this is not going to be a particularly easy job, I wouldn't have thought. Mind the camera, Dusty. I think Dusty's definitely got all the excavation in hand, so I am down at our lower field because it has stopped raining and I want to get this drilled ASAP. So what time is it? 11:45. Not too bad yet. About 8 grand in the bank, so all good. Let me get on with this, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'm going to think about doing the top field, and then I'm going to take the seeder down to field 21 and get that done. And I think we're going to stick wheat in all 3 of these fields. Seeder lowered. And off we go. Certainly is a bumpy field, this one, and I will be glad when we eventually have enough of the main fields down in central Erlengrat to be able to actually get rid of this one, because yes, it's done us a duty so far, but yeah, it's just a bit of a pig to maintain. And my phone is ringing. Right, let me just pull over 1 second. Hello, Steve, is that you?
Hello? Hello, it's Steve from down at the animal dealer.
Yes, Steve, I know, your name comes up.
Alright, yes, of course. I found your sheep, man.
Ah, brilliant, fantastic. Steve, you're a lifesaver, where were they?
Well, they were pretty much just wandering around like, you know, as sheep do. Anyway, we managed to round them up. We've got them in the back of a trailer.
Ah, fantastic. Okay, we're in the middle of a bit of a crisis here up at the homestead, so is there any way you can just keep them in there for the time being?
Oh, they won't like that very much. What I'll do is I'll take them out and I'll put them in with my own sheep, if that's alright.
Steve, that'll be fantastic.
Well, I could give them a bit of feed. They can have a bit of a mooch around, have a chew of some grass, you know, and then when you're ready, could just come and collect them.
Steve, you've absolutely saved my life here, or rather should I say the life of 20 odd sheep. Thank you so very much. If there's anything you ever need, just let me know.
No bother, always willing to help out a friend. Anyway, give me a call when you want to come pick them up.
Yeah, I will do. Cheers, chap. Thank you so very much again. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that is an absolute turn up for the books. We have managed to find our sheep, or should I say Steve has. Okay, I don't need to worry about that now. I don't feel so bad. I think we'll get all these jobs done, and then I think Dusty and I are going to have a think what we're doing, because we can't put sheep anywhere at the minute because that pen is dead. It has been totally destroyed. So we can't put sheep anywhere at the minute because that sheep pasture has been destroyed. So we're going to have to think about that. But we've got other things to be getting on with. It's absolute chaos here. I've never been so busy. Right, let me go finish this field. I'll meet up with you all very shortly. Well, that didn't take too long at all. Dusty's still chugging away, trying to move those massive boulders. I honestly think he's going to be up there majority of the day. So I'm going to drill this. We're putting wheat in here as well, down at 21, and then we'll see where we're at. How are you getting on, Dusty?
Yeah, we're doing alright. We do have a major problem though, computer guy.
What's that, buddy? Tell me all about it.
I spoke to the engineer. He said there's every chance we're gonna get more slips over the coming months. Once you've had one, ground's likely to go again.
Oh, well, that's not good news, is it? So, what's the summary then?
Well, long story short, we better not put any more animals down here. The guy recommends that we just concrete the whole area, reinforce the walls with some solid steel and some rebar, and just use the area for storage.
That sounds like a perfectly good idea to me, Dusty. The problem we've got is where the hell are we going to put these sheep? By the way, Steve's found them.
Oh, well, that's great news. I was pretty sure they were goners. In terms of where we keep the sheep, I think we've only got one option now.
Opposite your cabin on top of the hill.
Opposite my cabin on top of the hill.
Well, I'm still pushing on with this field. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon, but we do need to think about those sheep. Dusty's right, we can't put any more animals back where we had them before. The risk of another landslide and rocks coming down is just too great in my mind. I think the engineer's absolutely got that spot on. So we are going to have to put some pastures on top of the hill. Frustratingly, I have just seeded that top field an hour ago. We did talk about putting some form of animals up there many months ago, and I feel like our hand has been forced in this situation. It is what it is. So yeah, I think at the end of this month we are going to be super busy with construction work, but needs must. I'm just back at the homestead and I'm going to just drop off the cedar here and then pick up the, what do I want? I want the trailer for bales, because we've got a whole bunch of straw down at field 21 that I may as well bring up here until we're ready to sell. Makes total sense to me. Just hitch a Rooney up onto this. Right, I'll see you down at field 21 with me again shortly. Jump in the old forklift. Right, so let me just get these forks further apart so we can pick up these bales. Get that tipped so we don't spike anything. Right, let's head over to that first pile, which is just where I've dumped the trailer there, you can see on the right hand side. And get those loaded and then get those back up to the homestead and into the barn for storage. Right, I think we're there. Yes, got that one. Let's lift that one up and go around the back. There's one last space on the back of the trailer. There she goes. Let me just spin myself around here. Oh, it's a lovely afternoon down here now. October. About, I don't know, maybe 2:30 in the afternoon. Yes, lovely crisp weather. Well, I tell you what, this month started off as an absolute shocker, but I think we've managed to get over that rather challenging period there. Let's get this down. I'm doing this whilst talking to you again. We know it's not something I'm particularly good at. So what have we got on there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 bales of straw. Now I honestly don't think we make a lot of money on that, and we haven't got any animals that need it right now, so we'll store it, and then when it's selling time, around maybe December, January, normally it's in winter, then yeah, that's a little bit of extra income straight into our pocket. Wow, well this was where the sheep pasture was, but it's been totally ripped up now. Obviously Dusty had to get around, and yeah, the fencing was in the way. He's moved the troughs, taken the fencing up, and look at the state of this ground now. It is chewed to bits. Yeah, there's not much left. He's done a fair job. I've seen a couple of massive wagons come out of here with all these rocks. So yeah, I think we'll have this cleared by the end of the month. And we're going to have to do some work up there. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to fence around the top there. It's going to be pretty untidy, but it is what it is. At least it'll be safe. And then I think we will... Well, maybe it's an opportunity to get some barns in here, but I think we're just going to have to concrete this whole area, certainly over the next month or so. And yeah, I mean, we may even want to move these sheep as well. which is possible. I mean, that is a wooden prefab building. It's not in the realms of impossibility to take that down and move it to the top of the hill there where the field currently is. But yeah, lots to think about, lots to think about. Right, I'll get these stacked over in that corner. And then, yes, I think I'm going to grab the barley in the trailer and take that down to the mill, because that can be producing more flour with the little bit of barley that we've got left, and at least at the end of the year we'll have the maximum amount of flour to sell at the supermarket. Well, things are getting really quite cramped in here. Yeah, I'll have to push the eggs back and the honey. But yeah, we've got stacks now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one poking behind there. 5 stacks of 3 each. 15 round bales of straw. Brilliant. Okay, let's go and get that other trailer, get the barley in. Now, annoyingly, I think the trailer is still down at the grain mill, so I'm going to have to whiz all the way down there in the tractor to pick it up. Then come all the way back here to get the grain and then take it back down there. So yeah, that was my fault. I didn't really plan ahead there, but it is what it is. Back here shortly. See you soon, guys. That's it. Yep, she's got the spreader in the back as well. Okay, let me hitch this up. Right, we are good. Let's get out of here. Right, backwards and forwards, but I'm here. Let me get the barley loaded into the back of the trailer and all the way back down to the mill. So what have we got? Yeah, 4,606 litres. That'll be a drop in the back of this thing, and done. There we go. Just pulling over the pit here. Let's just get myself nicely lined up. Yeah, I think that's good, and let's tip. So that'll be going into the mill, and that will just keep our little flour production chain underway for the time being. Sadly, I feel we've completely lost the wool production chain for now. Now, we do have some sheep, but they were barely producing enough to keep it going as it was. Well, that's looking good. 4,500 litres of barley there in the mill, and that's slowly chugging through. As you can see, we're starting to store 908 litres, and we'll see that, yep, there we go, slowly crank its way up. Right, well, at least that's still underway. Fantastic work. Well, it looks like Dusty has finished his job. That is just brilliant work there, Dusty. Thank you so very, very much for that.
Well, you're very welcome. We're all done now. Well, that's been a long old day. I can't say I enjoyed that very much. It was kind of thrust upon us, hey, computer guy.
Yeah, it was a bit, unfortunately. But at the end of it all, Dusty, we haven't lost any sheep, and no one actually had a severe accident, because, you know what, that could have been us under that.
I think we do as the engineer says. We strengthen that whole area, concrete the whole lot, make sure we keep the animals away. I think I'm gonna call it a day, computer guy. I'm pretty whacked. Thanks for helping out with all the field work. I really appreciate that.
No, Dusty, you're very welcome. You know, I wouldn't be able to do any of what you've done today. You've got the contacts, managed to get the equipment, and obviously, you know, you've got that all shifted. So yeah, I think we make a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think we do as well.
That was a very unexpected month, ladies and gentlemen. That was a disaster in my mind, but everything has a silver lining, and we managed to salvage our sheep thanks to the help and assistance of some very generous and kind-hearted locals. And yeah, so we haven't lost any lives there. And I think in the future we still will be able to continue with our wool-based production chain, turning that into fabric and then fabric into clothes, but we are going to be a bit behind the curve there, and sadly I don't think we're going to be making as much on that particular venture as perhaps we could have done previously. However, silver linings, as I say, has cleared the way for us moving all the sheep to the top of the hill there where our top field is, and really start to push that in the coming months. Slightly unfortunate given that I had actually just seeded that today, but never mind, we do have field 21 now as part of our key operation, so we are filling up that grain mill as much as we can. Next month we'll have a look at all the production chains and see how everything else is going on. I feel like we may need to do a little bit of mowing, possibly. There might be one window left in the year to do that, and I wonder if we've got to do some felling of trees as well. We'll check all that out next month. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video. Let me know how you're finding this series. If you're new to the channel and you've just stumbled across the Dusty series, let me know your comments. I'd love to hear from new viewers on the channel. But until I see you next time, take care and bye-bye.